we're still in this Sukha Dukkha land. Yeah, we're always in this. It's
land.
really one of the real fulcrum points, in the practice. Where is it? It's so much of it. So much of all of these practices is seeing the dukkha, seeing all of the ways that it shows up. Even more poignantly, seeing all of the ways that we sometimes unwittingly and sometimes knowingly are participating and co-creating it, and seeing where, once we see that, what's possible. What's possible to move, to soften, to move towards sukha, to move towards more ease of well-being. How would I do this? Seeing this, if this is not something that's useful, if I see, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, okay, oh my goodness is a good start to notice it. But what's the move? What's the meditative move? What's possible here? That's the creative process of this practice. Yeah. It isn't to continue to stay in dukkha. These practices would not have been around for 2,600 years if it was like, let's just sit in our dukkha, let's notice it and keep noticing it. Yeah. That's not what the Eightfold Path is about, right? It's about recognizing, but first we have to get better at recognizing it, which is its own challenge. And then gradually to begin to know what it means to move toward a bit more ease of well-being, less stress, more ease of well-being, more, as we've been talking about sukha. I do love the there are many levels and layers to it, but contentment. Yeah. Beginning to move toward that. What is that? How do I create the conditions for that to arise more? How do I do that? It's a new challenge if we see it that way. And it's not just a game. We like to make games out of this, but it's not just a game. It is connected with ease of well-being. It is connected with happiness and the movement in that direction. Yeah. There's this wonderful quote. That was Joseph Campbell.
Yeah, slide it over so.
Oh, okay. I got to move my computer. My vision is not as good as it once was. I don't believe people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they are looking for the experience of being alive. And I would add the sense of, being at home, and being content, being more content. We'd like to be more content. What gets in the way of our being content or being there more of the time? That's the inquiry. It's not just the inquiry, it's the practice. How do I practice that? That is what we want. No, I want the truth. I need to feel at home. I don't. That's where it's really at. I love that. It's so simple. It's not some other cognitive understanding about the way things are. It's the experience of being content and discovering a path toward that. Not from somebody else's words, but because I'm finding that. I'm finding the way to that. I see it. I see now how I've been touching this hot stove, and I didn't even realize I was doing it quite like that. I can't. Now I'm seeing all the things I've been whispering in my own ear my whole life. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. No wonder. I continue to be judgmental and I don't meet up to my own expectations. Oh, and it creates a pathway. What's the path, Now, the quote that I really want to read to you this morning is from Helen Keller. This is to me a mind-blowing quote. This is a woman who went not only blind, but some people don't know this, completely blind and completely deaf at the age of 19 months, had high fever, blind and deaf, and who created an amazing life. I won't go into that. She was able to create a life at all, and not even these days, in those days. I mean, I don't know how, but here's the quote. Everything has its wonder. even darkness and silence, which that's where she spent all of her time in darkness and silence were the two constant companions. Everything has its wonder, even darkness and silence. And I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Are you kidding me? Everything has its wonder, even darkness and silence. And I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Okay. That's beyond inspiring to me. I like, and it's such an inspiration. I mean, it's such a, I mean, sure, we're all adaptive. We're all adaptive to our circumstances. But even with the life that I've had, with nothing but, look, we've all had our losses. I mean, we've all had our struggles, but with all of the privilege, with all of the blessing, with all of the kindness that the universe has bestowed upon me, I'm not therein content with everything that arises yet. Yeah. So it's this, but it just reminds me of the direction of our practice is to move toward contentment for all of us, regardless of our circumstance. We want that. That's not just a cognitive wish. It's a deep it's a deep animal need, even the wish for contentment. We want that. We want that. And so often in the practice, we're looking for something more complex to help us out of our dilemmas, to figure it out, what's going. It's always more simple. At the end of the day, we're so good at being more complex. But at the end of the day, and it comes really down to, where is the discontent arising? Where is it arising? How is it arising? How am I participating in its arising? And how can I participate in creating the conditions to release that a bit more and to move toward contentment? That's both, in some ways, the most simple practice of all. And one of them, and to me, these days, one of the absolutely most profound at the same time, because we miss that in our complexity. No, it can't be that simple. No. Well, it's not simple at all. It's simple to say, and it's simple to even go, yeah, that makes sense. But it's not simple to therein, in every state, to find contentment. And so it's just a reminder. Oh, yeah, the dukkha to sukha. Let's keep it simple. Let's remember to get simple. Let's remember to continue to create the nest, the holding environment, the real sense of refuge internally, the real sense of heart and mind coming together, the sense of holding ourselves, holding our experience, not just observing it from a distance, to warming up to ourselves, to whispering kinder things into our own ears, to creating the conditions for sukha, for contentment to begin to arise in more moments of our practice, formal practice, but in more moments of our lives. Yeah, yeah, wherever we can, however we can. Yeah.